Hello, Win Column. Welcome into this edition of Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports, breaking down the Ravens' 37-3 win over the Seahawks, where the Ravens just dominated in every phase of today's game. Let's tell you more about it. I got to say, just when you looked at this Ravens team, I know that they've had some good moments throughout the year this year. Today was about as good as it gets for the Ravens of really just doing everything right, from offense to defense to special teams, limiting mistakes. This is as good as it gets. And it gets a good Seahawks team, too. This is a Seahawks team that, going into today, was leading the division, that was feeling pretty good about themselves, that had playoff aspirations and everything. And now you just went in and really showed them the business, essentially. Let's go over the numbers here, what we saw from the Ravens today. Lamar Jackson, 21 of 26, 187 yards. Also had 10 carries for 60 yards on the ground. Lamar was Lamar-vilous. Keaton Mitchell, that's the story of today, is the coming out party of Keaton Mitchell, the undrafted free agent from East Carolina. We didn't see much at the beginning of the season because he got injured right there in training camp. And today, Keaton Mitchell really just turned it on. 9 carries for a total of 138 yards, had a touchdown run. Keaton Mitchell was incredible. And what was funny was, for weeks we heard from John Harbaugh say that he had total and complete confidence in his run game after J.K. Dobbins went down. And even for the next couple of weeks, we all kind of scratched our heads a bit like, I don't know about that, John. Maybe you should go look for a running back. All he really needed was Keaton Mitchell to get healthy, because Keaton Mitchell today looked like the answer the Ravens were looking for of a potential star running back. And then the receiving game. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the receiving game from the Ravens. Mark Andrews was outstanding, 9 catches for 80 yards. OBJ had his best game since joining the Ravens so far. 5 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Isaiah Likely was good. Rashad Bateman was solid. Just a really good day all around for this Ravens offense, who really just had no regard for human life against this Seahawks team. The injury report for the Ravens, Kevon Seymour left the game with a shoulder injury, did not return. We'll continue to see what updates there are on his status, but pretty decent for the Ravens to come out of this game with just that on the injury front at this point. So there is the initial reaction to these Ravens performance. They crushed. What was your one word to describe what we saw today? The Ravens win. They're now 7-2. They're in the driver's seat, tied for the best record in the AFC. Everything's in front of this team. What is your one-word reaction? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use a hyphenated word. I'm going to go total domination to describe what we saw today. Give me your one word to describe this win from the Baltimore Ravens in the comment section below. Folks, no better way to celebrate a Ravens win than subbing for Ravens dubs. We are very close, very, very close to 13,000 subscribers here on Ravens Rundown. For the latest happenings on your favorite team, daily news and rumors, live shows. We're going to be doing some watch parties here pretty soon as well. Mailbags and more. This is the channel for you. Just 59 away from 13,000 subscribers on the channel. Subscribe now for free. Join the family. You'll be glad you did. I got to talk about my guy, Keaton Mitchell. If you were listening to this show over the offseason, I was very high on Keaton Mitchell. I loved when the Ravens picked him up as a UDFA. And once he got healthy, once he figured it out, Keaton Mitchell was a force to be reckoned with. He showed off the speed, the moves today. He did it all. Keaton Mitchell, I feel like the best is still yet to come. And this is not a diss on Gus Edwards or Justice Hill or anything like that. But for me, I would think that we could see Keaton Mitchell take over as the number 1 running back. We know Gus is a very good number 2 back. And he was solid today himself. 5 carries, 52 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But I would personally like to see Keaton Mitchell be the primary ball carrier, and then Gus is the number 2 option. And all of a sudden, your run game, you're cooking with bacon grease at that point. And Lamar Jackson, 10 carries, 60 yards himself. We are really starting to see this offense evolve the way Todd Monken wanted it to, of Lamar not necessarily having to depend so much on the design runs, but a lot of those runs being when he scrambles away, when he's trying to get something out of nothing, right? And depending more on his passing game. Sure, he only had 187 yards passing, but he didn't have to do that much with the way the run game was working, with the way this defense dominated Seattle today. You can't come away from today not feeling good all the way around. I know the Lions game a couple weeks back was impressive. This may have been the best performance we've seen from the Ravens all season long. Who was the MVP for the Ravens against Seattle? A lot of different choices to choose from. I mean, you go Keaton Mitchell. You go Mark Andrews. You go Lamar. Heck, even defense. How about Geno Stone again with his 6th pick of the season? Who was the MVP? I'm going to go Keaton Mitchell as my MVP today. Chime in that comment section. Let me know what you think. Today's show sponsored by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. And we're offering our viewers of Ravens Rundown a $100 deposit match. So here's how it works. You choose 2 or more players. Get the choice in any given category, more or less. Here's what I'm rolling with tonight. I got Mr. Sharp from the Portland Trailblazers to have more than 20.5 points. And I got Zach Wilson to have less than 213.5 passing yards. If those 2 things hit, I put $20 down and we win, I'm taking home $60. Play along with me at Prize Picks. You can mix and match NFL and NBA or other sports, however you're feeling, at prizepicks.com/CLNS. Promo code CLNS. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. prizepicks.com/CLNS to play along today. These statistics, they were very good for Baltimore. 500 yards of offense, nearly 300 yards on the ground, 217 passing yards. You turned the ball over twice, but it didn't matter because of how well the defense played today. And time of possession, this team controlled the clock. They really were just in total domination of this game. 40 minutes the Ravens controlled. Comparatively speaking, look at what the Ravens defense did today, holding the Seahawks to 151 yards. And this was a prolific offense going into today. Only 123 yards, just 28 rushing yards, forced 2 turnovers, only 20 minutes of time possession. The Ravens were legit today. And I got to tell you, this looked like a Super Bowl team caliber performance of what we saw from the Baltimore Ravens. They put the rest of the league on notice with what they did in this game today. I was very impressed. OBJ, if he is your number 2 or 3 receiver, I'll take that. 5 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. I won't complain. And OBJ did a really good job of finding ways to get open throughout the day. Defensively, I mean, I got to shout out a couple of guys. Patrick Queen was great. Roquan Smith was great. We saw from Kyle Van Noy, who signed for next to nothing in the offseason. 2 sacks today. Dafe Owe was solid. And Geno Stone with those 6 picks. Vibes are great. Vibes are immaculate for the Baltimore Ravens. Folks, things are good. This is the day that makes you feel very confident. On top of the AFC, you got a 7-2 record. You're cruising your division, and you just beat a very good Seattle Seahawks team. Confidence is got to be very high. Scale it for me in the comments section. I'm not getting overconfident, but I feel very good where this team is at. I'm going with an 8 for my confidence level right now. Get in that comment section. Tell me your confidence level, where it stands with this Ravens team right now. Chime in and let me know what you think. Folks, we got more Ravens coverage throughout the week. A lot of stuff going on throughout the next couple days. Daily news and rumors. Overreaction Monday coming up tomorrow. We, of course, are going to be talking about everything with reaction to this game and looking ahead to next week. Some exciting stuff ahead. If you love the Baltimore Ravens, this is the channel for you. I need you to stop what you're doing right now. I need you to subscribe. Help us get to 13,000 subscribers. Do it right now, and we'll see you next time right here on Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. Thanks for joining us.